latest entertainment news, weather, and more. It's Morning Mix.
From our family to yours, have a safe and happy 4th of July.
From the station that's on your side, this is News 12 at 6 o'clock.
We begin with a live look at 4th of July celebrations in both Augusta and Columbia County. Both celebrations featuring fireworks tonight.
We're going to take you to both in just a moment to see how everything is going as people start to pile in. But the weather, that is the star of the show. Chris, how's it looking out there?
Looking pretty good, but there are a few rain showers on radar. So let's go ahead and take a look at our first alert radar network, and we'll see just some light rain, a few thunderstorms off to the southeast of our viewing area, but that is about it. I'll move out of the way here so you can see the radar. And Jenkins County getting some light rain, some heavier rain over toward coastal South Carolina. A light rain shower moving through Waynesboro right now, and some light rain moving into Millen shortly as well. As we pan out, we'll see more showers back into the Macon area, stretching back into Alabama. And this will be the status quo, I think, as we head through the evening. North Augusta camera right now, as we take a live look over SRP Park, is looking pretty good. First pitch is slated to be in about 4 minutes or so. 85 the current temperature, a southwest wind at 7, and it feels like about 90 degrees out there. Here's your forecast, 93 degrees there in North Augusta, where we're not having rain right now. Scattered thunderstorms, still a possibility through 8 and 10 o'clock. Will be about 80 degrees at 10 o'clock. Right now, 91 degrees in Barnwell, 89 in Millen. But the hot weather continues to be the big deal. It feels like 104 in Evans. We'll let you know if it's going to cool off anytime soon in the full forecast coming up.
All right, thanks, Chris. All new at 6 o'clock. 2 Burke County deputies taken to the hospital after an inmate attack. The sheriff's office says it happened just after 8 this morning at the detention center. Deputies were trying to remove some bed sheets from the cell gates. When they unlocked the door, deputies say the inmate, Wayne Newkirk, came out fighting. Deputies say during the fight, he got a hold of a deputy's taser. One deputy has a concussion, a deviated septum, nerve damage to his mouth, several deep cuts to his head that he had to get staples to close, so pretty serious injuries. Another deputy was also hit in the face. He has some swelling too, but Newkirk is now facing several charges, including aggravated assault, battery, felony obstruction, weapons charges, and the list goes on.
Happening now, downtown Augusta celebrating the 4th of July with food and fun, and later on, fireworks at the Augusta Commons.
It is a family affair, sure to offer something for everyone tonight, and that's where we find our Audrey Dickherber. So, Audrey, it seems like a lot of people are not letting the heat stop them. A lot of people there behind you.
Yeah, it is actually very, very hot here, but that hasn't stopped people from coming out. Now, over here behind me is a lot of bounce houses for people to be at, and over to the sides, over here, there's plenty of vendors for you to come and enjoy. And actually, right over here down the middle, there's a live band. All of this is a lot of fun, but to some people, celebrating the 4th of July has a way deeper meaning.
Looking at this and the stars on the flag and the stars, the red, white, and blue, it just does something to me. It humbles me because my husband was in the military.
Yeah, the 4th of July is kicking off with this event, and actually tonight at 9:15, the fireworks will happen right in the middle of all of this at the top of the Riverwalk on the top floor. And that should not stop you from wanting to come out here and celebrate and have a good time and enjoy the atmosphere. Audrey Dickherber, on your side.
Okay, the generator tried to battle her, but we know that it is a good time out there. A lot of people turning out tonight, and there's still plenty of time for you to head out too. In Columbia County, people are celebrating the 4th of July at Evans Town Center Park for Boom in the Park. Gates opened there about an hour ago, so you can pack up the family, head that way to catch the fireworks tonight. The county says they're expecting 12,000 people to come out for the fireworks. And our Sydney is live at Boom in the Park with a look around before you head out. How's it going, Sydney?
I've learned living here in the CSRA that if you don't come to an event at least an hour or 2 earlier, you're not getting parking or or seating for that matter. It's very hot, but fortunately we found a nice good spot under a tree where it's perfectly shaded, and every now and again we get a nice wind to come and cool us down. Perfect.
Sydney, I don't think we can hear you. No, just a mimecast here. Sorry about that, but we'll try to get Sydney's audio and check back with her out at Evanstown Center Park a little bit later tonight. And they have Kevin Mack and Whiskey Run. That live music starts in about half an hour. Fireworks expected around 9:15, 9:30, so scoot out there if you get a chance. And this is another heads up, Richard. Well, we'll tell you about parking in a second. Go ahead. It looks
It sounds like they're going to be over the Performing Arts Center for all the parking for that event. But check out behind me. This is a great day to be on the water. And if you're planning to be on the water to celebrate the 4th, Georgia's DNR warned you again not to boat under the influence. We went on this ride along today with the DNR crew, and officers say they've already made several arrests over the long weekend. Will Rio explains how DNR is handling one of the biggest boating days of the year.
It's the calm before the storm for Georgia DNR officers as they head out for one of the biggest boating days of the year for them.
We're out here to make sure everybody stays safe. You know, they have fun, but make sure safety is the #1 priority.
Corporal Saxon Campbell is 4 years into the job.
I mean, every day at work's fun. Yeah. I mean, there's days that aren't fun because stuff happens, but every day at work's fun.
This summer, he's fighting a rising number of boaters drinking and driving.
It's just been a pretty busy summer with that.
Campbell says so far, his officers have busted close to 20 people this summer.
Corporal Campbell with Georgia DNR, how are y'all?
It's more than they've seen in the last couple of years.
Just this summer, being out on the lake, we have seen an increase in boats being out here. The number of registered vessels in the state of Georgia has also increased in the past couple of years.
They say common mistakes for boaters: going too fast in a no-wake zone or getting too close to swim areas.
They're blowing the wake zone right now.
That's when safety checks like this happen.
So these white buoy markers right here behind us, and we're here to educate, but we also have a job to do, so you may get a ticket, or you may get a warning. They think we're the fun ruiners, and they're just out here to have a good time because they're off work, but we're working, so.
Working to make sure everyone enjoys the holiday and everyone makes it home at the end of the day. And by the way, who wouldn't love an office like this?
Beautiful day. Best job in the world.
At Clarks Hill Lake, Will Rio on your side.
Good for the crew. We appreciate them being out there barbecuing for a good cause. The Alfonso Owens VFW teaming up with some servicemen and women going back to the Vietnam War for food and appreciation. Craig Allison explains why this event is more than just a celebration.
The barbecue kicked off here at Post 649 a couple hours ago, and things are heating up. Literally, everyone is keeping inside to keep cool.
An overlooked roadway off Windsor Spring Road hides a connected community of veterans who like to give back to the community, using America's birthday to make fresh barbecue and raise money for their local Girl Scout troop.
This country is more or less based off of more or less taking care of itself and taking care of other countries also. But going to war to make sure that we stay safe here, our people stay safe.
They also do weekly food and clothing drives with the Compass of Hope, sometimes helping out at the food bank even on Christmas. Members like Marvin Jones have decades of service under their belts, once again picking up an apron to volunteer at the grill.
It means a lot. It really does. I mean, you have a lot of veterans in this area that are by themselves and, you know, maybe not have a lot of family in the area. And this is always a place that they can come, you know, enjoy a meal.
At the end of the day, Georgia's oldest VFW post holds members together through love and family.
I served in the Air Force, so I get picked on a lot because most of the people are Army here, but I love it. It's really great. We got a really great crew.
I've actually had some of the chicken, and it's amazing, and they plan on keeping things open into the night. In Augusta, Craig Allison on your side.
It's a hot one out there. The Green Jackets taking on the Myrtle Beach Pelicans. A live look in there. It's been a hot one out there today. The high temperature, 95 degrees, the low 73. That was about 2 degrees above average for this date. The heat isn't going anywhere. We'll take a look at your 7-day forecast coming up.
And 3 signers of the Declaration of Independence from right here in Georgia, 2 even buried here in Augusta. Coming up, we're going to show you how Augusta honored them today.
But before we head for a break, here's what some of you tell us the 4th of July means to you.
I really like the fireworks and that we get to serve all the people that died in the war and that helped them. The fact that my cat gets scared and that she gets all...
Time and for years to come.
After a car wreck, you need help. Call George St. Injury Lawyers at all nines. We have the experience to help you get the money that you deserve.
I'm going to take you back out live. This is Boom in the Park in Evans. The fun goes until 11 tonight. There's going to be live music by the Kevin Mack Band, Whiskey Run, food trucks, and you can see people are starting to pour in there. Those fireworks get underway around 9:15 tonight.
Not a bad seat in the house out there. And from Evans to downtown Augusta, where the annual Independence Day celebration is underway right now at the Augusta Common. Those fireworks getting started again right around 9:15. The fireworks show launches from the top levee of the Riverwalk. In the meantime, as you can see here, they've got live music, they got food trucks, vendors, and a kids zone with a lot of things to bounce inside just to keep everyone busy. Looks like a great afternoon at the Augusta Common. It's warm out there, but it is the 4th of July, Chris.
Yeah, it sure is, and for the most part, the weather is cooperating for all the festivities going on. Our weather headlines are calling for the humidity to remain very high for the next 7 days. Heat index every single day 100 degrees or hotter, but we are going to have those thunderstorms out there, and we have a few showers out there right now. So let's take a look at our first alert radar network. Everything is along and south of I-20 for the time being, and there's a good chance that's where it's going to stay as we take a 1 hour loop here. Everything very, very light, nothing in the way of thunderstorms across our area. Some heavier thunderstorms down in the Charleston area, but those are moving off to the east. A light rain shower passing to the south of Waynesboro, a little bit heavier rain just to the south of Millen. As we look upstream into Macon, Georgia, back into Columbus, just some scattered light to moderate rain showers, and that is about it. And very likely that's all we're going to have, although a few new showers are very likely to develop. The main focal point today is a frontal boundary drape just to the south of the area, so the closer you get to that front, the better the chance for some thunderstorms. So that front's considerably far south of the Augusta area. Bottom line, your grilling forecast, while you may have a couple of showers, especially south of the Augusta area, it's not a very good rain chance with only isolated rain chances in lower 80s by 9 o'clock tonight. There's another live look into SRP Park where the baseball game's going on. The current temperature at Augusta Regional Airport is 85 degrees, a light southeast wind at 3 miles per hour. Around the area, you can tell where it has rained. Sparta checking in at 78 degrees, 82 in Gibson, 86 in Louisville. A little warmer there in Aiken. You're at 90 degrees. Factor in the humidity. Feels like 99 in Aiken, and 100 right now is what it feels like in Barnwell over into Bamberg. Our peak heat index values are going to be up around 101 to 103 every single day through at least Sunday, and very likely into next week as well. So your pool forecast, calling for another hot one out there tomorrow. There is a better chance of late afternoon showers and thunderstorms. There will be an upper level disturbance passing over, and that's going to give us about 60% chance of rain and storms by about this time tomorrow night. Really not a bad Wednesday at the lake. The water 86 degrees, a west wind at 4 to 8. That rain chance we're talking about as we head into Wednesday will take you toward tomorrow afternoon. A few spotty showers, but our best bet for rain right there as we head toward tomorrow night. All right, we're out of time here, so we better get to the 7-day forecast. The average high is 94 degrees. We're headed up to 94 on Thursday and Friday. Your standard 40% chance of thunderstorms. Lows in the 70s. Really no big changes in the weather for at least the next week.
A monument stands on Green Street to honor those who made our freedom possible. This was a perfect day for a ceremony honoring Georgia's 3 signers of the Declaration of Independence. Maria Sellers explains the importance of today's event.
It's the birthday of our country, and also of the Signers Monument that now stands downtown.
In 1848, the Masons were here and laid the cornerstone for the monument to honor the 3 signers from Georgia that signed the Declaration of Independence.
Now a ceremony and monument honors Button Gwinnett, Lyman Hall, and George Walton.
We just like to do this event so we can bring awareness to this monument being downtown and have a nice way to start out our celebration of our country's freedom.
It's all about honoring the freedom so many fought for.
It's just a reminder to other people to continue to understand how great this country is and why our freedom is just that important.
They're letting freedom ring with flowers being placed in a wreath and kids ringing a bell in honor of the more than 50 signers of the Declaration of Independence.
Lyman Hall of Georgia.
It's important for any young person here to take away a little bit of history with them.
Preserving that history is why Miller says events like this one are so important.
It's important to be able to visit sites like this and to be able to honor as well as educate others about the people that were there before us. You really get so much more history and a totally different side of the story when you're able to actually be at these places.
In Augusta, Maria Sellers on your side.
Also today, Peach Jam underway at Riverview Park in North Augusta, and it doesn't usually fall on the 4th of July. Coming up, how those crowds and players are celebrating. But before the break, a look at what the 4th of July is all about.
Just it's about freedom and independence for our country. We've been through a lot to get there, so it's just good freedom for our country.
4th of July to me means patriotism. It's my favorite day of the year. We come from a very patriotic family. We have family in the military.
First Alert Radar, powered by Jim Hudson Lexus Acura Infinity.
I'm Chip Lewis with Augusta Medicare Specialist. Surprisingly, there is no Medicare orientation. Let us guide you through the entire process. For a commitment-free consultation, please give us a call or visit our website. Don't wait till you're 65 to call. Are64.com.
What are they doing here?
I don't know. AC is acting funny.
It seems like everything's fine with the air conditioning. Is anybody messing with the temperature? Are64.com.
The sights and sounds of Peach Jam are back in action, and it usually doesn't happen over the 4th of July, but they're on the court today.
Yeah, right now, in fact, Taylor Martin spoke with some of the guests who say they're excited to be celebrating the 4th right there at Riverview Park.
It's the same tournament, same venue, but on the 4th of July this year means a little something different.
It's different being here for the holiday. We would rather be with our family, but we're doing this it's all about the kids. This is what we play for, this is what we coach for.
With people coming from all across the United States to North Augusta, family is still the meaning behind today, even far away from home. For Bonnie Dolansek, she couldn't be happier to celebrate with her son and their basketball family.
So we're always usually taking a vacation this time of year, and he's just excited to be here. The 4th of July is about family and friends, and our basketball family is definitely a part of our lives, so we're happy to be here with them.
It's about celebrating on the court and off. And Londell Thomas tells me victory on the court could lead to some fireworks celebrations after.
That's what we'll be doing tonight, watching them play, supporting them, and rooting for them to win the game. We were hoping that Nike might be throwing some spectacular for the teams tonight.
And hopefully some good food for the celebration too.
I like healthy options and yummy options too, so probably an Arizona girl, I'd bring a corn dip, an elote corn dip, and maybe some grilled chicken breasts.
Reporting in North Augusta, Taylor Martin on your side.
And as you can hear, Sports Director Dan Booth has been following all the action at Peach Jam since it kicked off yesterday.
Live at Riverview Park for us with today's highlights. Who have you seen, Dan?
Happy 4th of July, everyone, and what better way to celebrate America's birthday than the best high school basketball players in the country putting on a show for the fans, for the scouts, and everyone else here in North Augusta. Now, the fans aren't the only ones that are here, because Detroit Pistons head coach Monty Williams made his way into town for Peach Jam, enjoying pool play as it continues, getting us one step closer to the tournament starting on Thursday. Grovetown's Darion Reed and Team Thad were looking to bounce back after losing last night in their second game of the week against the PSA Cardinals. The atmosphere is intense here, and that's partly because a lot of these players have been working their whole lives to be a part of an event like this. Darion Reed says he's wanted to play in Peach Jam for as long as he can remember, and his mom is happy to be sitting courtside cheering him on every step of the way.
I just love that this is a dream that's come true, because he's always wanted to play in the Peach Jam. He used to come since 3rd grade, so he grew up around the Peach Jam. So it's just like, I'm excited to see that his dreams come true, because when he was little, he used to always say, one day I'm going to play in the Peach Jam.
Marie Reed says that her son is always in the gym, and he works so hard that there are times where she actually has to pull him out of there, and that could be one of the reasons why Darion Reed is ranked as the number 15th overall prospect on ESPN's Top 100 for the class of 2024. Now tonight at 11, I'm going to have the latest everything Peach Jam related and those highlights from Team Thad's game against the PSA Cardinals, which had a crazy game late down the stretch in the 4th quarter. But for now, reporting from Peach Jam in North Augusta. Dan Booth on your side.
Dan, thanks so much for the update there. A colorful new business opening in North Augusta, right off Mortontown Road. If you go, make sure you're dressed for the part. Will Vogue shows us how creative you can be at the Splatter Place.
We are really excited to bring this to the CSRA.
Brandy Gonzalez and her husband are bringing something new to the area. This is the Splatter Place.
It is something that you don't have to have any artistic ability whatsoever, just have fun.
She got the idea after taking her family to a place like this in Texas.
And I just saw the face of my grandson and my kid and just having so much fun at something like this. And I was like, we have nothing like this here.
So they set out to bring something like it to North Augusta. Inside, you'll find a black lit room where you can splatter all kinds of glow-in-the-dark paint.
You can splatter paint canvases, you can splatter paint clothing, yourself, your friends, your family, and just come and have fun.
I gave it a try and painted the walls, made a mess with the drum, and started a paint fight. Gonzalez says before you try it, just be sure to watch what you wear. Wearing really nice clothes might be a bad idea.
You will get messy in here, but that's part of the fun.
Covered in paint, Louisville, on your side.
This year, July 4th.
Bob. Southern Roofing, locally owned and celebrating 90 years as the CSRA's favorite roofing company.
First Alert Radar Network is continuing to show a few light rain showers, but as you can see over the past hour, everything is dwindling away, and that's good news if you do have outdoor plans for this evening. Afternoon thunderstorms will be a regular occurrence each afternoon right through the weekend. Highs this weekend around 93 or 94. As we close, there's your 7-day forecast. The average high is 94. We'll be very close to normal for the week ahead. There's always a 30 or 40% chance of storms each day. I think our wettest weather could be about this time tomorrow night.
Chris, thanks. Our next live update comes at 7 o'clock on NBC 26.
Then we're back with more news 12 tonight at 11. We'll see you then.